it's beginning to look a lot like spooky season. Haha, tricked you guys for this Christmas. Christmas is coming. I'm super excited. However, let's get right into some fun facts of the Haunted Mansion. We're going to be doing some, I believe, like, it's just all of the Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy. You know, it was really cool to be able to see him. See this, I haven't seen the second one yet, but it was really cool they have built the second one. So number one, the Haunted Mansion is the only attraction located in 4 different lands, in 4 different Disney parks, which are New Orleans Square at Disneyland, Liberty Square at Walt Disney World, Fantasyland at Tokyo Disneyland, and Frontierland at Disneyland Paris. So I have been to the Disney World in Florida, so I saw the Haunted Mansion there, and I'm very curious as to what the Haunted Mansion will look like, or if they'll spruce it up, if they'll add to it during, like, for the new movie that came out. Number 2, Eddie Murphy had been looking to do a ghostly comedy in the vein of Bob Hope and Abbott and Costello when he learned about Disney's Haunted Mansion film and asked to see the script. Number 3, Imagineer and Disney legend Cloud Coates briefly developed a water ride version of the Haunted Mansion in which guests would float through the ruins of an old plantation house partially submerged into the Louisiana Bayou. Number 4, a live caretaker character was featured in almost every draft of Haunted Mansion's film script, but was ultimately cut in favor of a ghostly cameo appearance in the graveyard complete with cowardly canine companion. Number 5, Imagineers produced by the audio animatronics figures, props, and set pieces for both the Disneyland and Walt Disney versions of the Haunted Mansion at the same time, knowing that the Florida attraction would open less than 2 years after its Anaheim predecessor. That was really confusing for some reason for me. Okay. Number 6 is different parks, different lands, different styles, and different stories. So again, going back into the different parks, officially Haunted Mansion lives again in 4 different parks. So the original Haunted Mansion is Disneyland, located in the New Orleans Square and has southern plantation design. Magic Kingdom's mansion is located in the Liberty Square and takes on an eerie brick-based Gothic revival. The mansion located in Tokyo is very similar in the design to the one in Magic Kingdom, but is located in Parks Fantasyland. All 3 of these mansions share the same general storyline, which is simply visiting some members of the afterlife in the place where they eternally dwell. In the one in Paris, the mansion, or should we say Phantom Manor, is located in Frontierland. The design here is considered Second Empire style, and the manor itself is based on historical structures located in the American Southwest state of Nevada. The story here is different from that of the other 3 mansions, following the sad take of Henry Ravenswood and his quest to prevent the marriage of his daughter to any other suitor via various means of unaliving. A 5th Haunted Mansion-like attraction, Mystic Manor, exists in Hong Kong Disneyland. While it is a next-level Disney Parks attraction, it is not officially part of the Haunted Mansion family. Number 7 is the Creepy Organ. The first few notes of the mansion's famous tune, Grim Grinning Ghost, set the stage for the eerie scenes to come. Those notes come courtesy of an ominous-sounding pipe organ. Guests can see the organ while visiting the ballroom, while the organ exists in several of the mansions worldwide. The one residing in Disneyland's mansion has a unique origin. It was originally used in Disney's 1954 film. The pipe organ used by Captain Nemo in the film was displayed in a walk-through attraction of the film in Disneyland's Tomorrow In Disneyland's Tomorrowland from 1955 to 1966, after the walkthrough attraction was retired, it was refurbished and moved over to the Haunted Mansion, where it still resides to this day. Before I move on to the next one, number 8, please don't forget to subscribe and comment below if you've seen the new movie already, and your comments and thoughts. Maybe try to leave out spoilers though. Also, stay till the end so that I can pull out the next movie that we are going to work on. So number 8 is... Wait, 1 second here. Yeah, number 8 is Pepper's Ghost. The Haunted Mansion's ballroom scene is amongst the most famous of all Disney Parks attraction scenes. The waltzing ghost breathes with ease, suggesting the use of sophisticated technology, but Imagineers actually used one of the oldest special effects in the book, the appropriately named Pepper's Ghost. This effect dates back to the 1800s, using an illusion involving 2 separate stages, which variably with variably lighting and an invisible and precisely angled piece of glass. The trick is based of illuminating physical objects and letting them be reflected onto glass, giving them a ghostly appearance to unsuspecting guests. Next one is 9, the Museum of Weird. At one point in the design of the attraction, a large part of the Haunted Mansion concept was dubbed a Museum of the Weird, which would have been a walk-through style attraction. Disney legend Raleigh Crump was primarily responsible for the ideas present in this never-built concept. His drawings increasingly emphasized the macabre, a coffin that doubled as a grandfather clock, men made out of the candles, talking chairs, a mirror with a face, and a man eating plants were just a few Crump's whimsically creepy ideas. Walt Disney himself championed the idea of the Museum of the Weird after seeing Crump's sketches and being creeped out to the point of sleeplessness. Walt Disney announced to his staff, "We have a Museum of the Weird now." The plan says Crump was to collect weird things from all over the world and bring them to Disneyland. Unfortunately, Walt had passed away while the mansion was still in design. Others who succeeded Walt were not so much in favor of Crump's Museum of the Weird concept. The mansion was completed without the museum, though several of Crump's designs made it into the final product, including the spooky face woven into the iconic purple wallpaper. Paper. That's cool. And then we'll move on to a couple more. So, when they finally built the Haunted Mansion, Imagineers created 2 of everything for Disneyland and Disney World because the Magic Kingdom was already under construction and would have its own version of the attraction as the opening day ride. That was 10. So number 11. The idea to do an overlay on the Haunted Mansion first came about when Imagineer Steve Davison was walking by it and said, "Oh, what would it be like if Santa landed on the house? What might it be?" Number 12. Disneyland and Tokyo Disneyland are the only 2 parks that get the Haunted Mansion holiday overlay. Reportedly, the overlay is only done at Disneyland and Tokyo Disneyland because those parks visitors are primarily locals, while the Magic Kingdom at Disney World is primarily visited by people who don't live in the area. The thinking is that those visitors might only get to experience the Haunted Mansion at the Magic Kingdom once, so to not give them a different experience than they are expecting, they do not do the overlay. 13. When it first opened in 2001, Imagineers were originally nervous that the overlay would not be well received by guests since it was changing one of the park's most iconic attractions. There was the added risk of basing the theme of the overlay on a then 8-year-old movie, which was more of a cult hit, but it was an instant hit from an opening day. Number 14, because it's so difficult to put the stretching room portraits back on if they're taken down, the Imagineers instead overlay the Nightmare Before Christmas theme portraits over them. And lastly, number 15, a brand new gingerbread mansion is created every year to display inside the ride's grand hall scene during the Haunted Mansion holiday. That is really cool. Who would love to go see all of the Haunted Mansions? I know I would. So before we go, let's draw for, I think this is the last one. No, there's one more. So draw for 2 more, and then we have more to rip up, and we will draw those later. Okay, so this one will probably be my, not my favorite one to do, but I don't mind doing it. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. I will do that one next, and that one will probably not be till next week since this one will come out Friday. Love you guys so much. Thank you. Appreciate you all. Have a great rest of your evening. Go watch the Haunted Mansion. I believe it is out in theaters now, and let me know in the comments below what you thought of the movie. Bye now.